Alright guys, we want to keep it real with you on this channel and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Originally we had a video about our garden plans and we went through what all seeds we were going to sow and get them started in our greenhouse and get them up to starts and then put them in our garden. Well, here's our little greenhouse. So this year I even bought the heat mats for them. We had the grow lights. But as you can see, not a single seed had started. So what happened was, good old Chris thought, instead of just using this organic seed starter, I'm going to try and make up a special concoction that'll grow even better. So I mixed a little bit of I think it was 12 12 12 and a little bit of tomato growing stuff we had and the seed starter, and I mixed it all up and thought this would be extra good to start them with, you know. And we put them in here, and I should have known from the first day we opened it up to water them, it just smelled like ammonia. So I made it too hot. I burnt them, I guess. Burnt the seeds. The soil was just too hot. Had too much in it. So the learning experience is just use the regular old organic seed starter soil, and that's it. And that's what we'll try next year, because this didn't work this year. So we ended up going to the farmers market locally. We went down to the Amish store and bought some starts, and then to a local feed store and bought a few more. So we got pretty much everything we wanted anyway. And we did do a few seeds we just started in the garden. So okra and green beans and cucumbers, we started from seeds, and we'll see if they grow or not. But I just wanted to share with you that sometimes we try things that just seem like it would be a good idea, but it just didn't work. We've used the greenhouse before, but I probably just used the regular seed starter soil like it came, and I didn't try and make some hopped up version. So we'll try it again next year, and we're talking we'd like to have a greenhouse outside, maybe a bigger greenhouse, but this one has worked for us in the past, so we thought we'd try it. Didn't work this time, but we just changed our plans, so we'll see how it works from here. Alright guys, back in the garden again today. Hopefully we're going to finish getting it planted. We had it all ready to go, and then it rained for like a week straight. So we're back down here getting our rows kind of ready to be planted in, and we're going to put the weed guard down on this half, and then we're going to plant what we have left, which would be mostly squash, zucchini. I think we have some cabbage, some, sure, maybe cucumbers, and then we're going to do okra and green beans as well. Run some hoses, and hopefully we'll be done with this stage of the garden finally. And we're going to put flowers in the middle part. We're going to put some wildflowers in between the rows and the raised beds. So, carry on. Once I get this row done, you run that thing maybe up and down it to help break up any clods, and I'll work on yours, getting it hooked back up.
Okay, well, we have all the ground cover on now. And so next we're going to go ahead and be starting to plant some of our seeds and some of our plants that we have left to go. And then we're also going to go ahead, since we have some ground cover left over, we're going to go ahead and put it down back behind here. We're almost done. We're so excited to get it all done and to have all of our plants and seeds into the ground.
Start with that row. Okay, as you can see, we got all the weed fabric down, and we have our plants mostly all in the ground. So we have 2 rows here of squash and zucchini, and then over here we have some cabbage. I'm putting okra up there, but those seeds are soaking, so I'll put them in the ground tomorrow. Down here we're putting bush green beans, some cucumbers, and then we have a couple extra peppers and tomato plants that didn't fit into the raised bed, so we just threw them in down here. So I just have to finish running my hoses, and the fencing has been ordered. We're going to put the Premier One poultry fence around the garden to keep our friends the chickens out. So I guess that's a wrap for the garden for today. Alright guys, here we are in the garden once again, and I think, other than the fence, which should show up sometime this week and we'll have a video of putting the fence up, I think we're done. So we got all the rest of the weed barrier down. We got the soaker hoses all ran, which I'm still not really thrilled with soaker hoses, and that's something I'm already thinking about next year, changing to the drip. And yes, I know we don't have very many rows here. We only have 4 rows, and we have a little big walkway. Yes, I know we could have fit more rows in here, but just for this year, for the ease of running the soaker hoses through the raised beds, that gave me 1 per each. So that's why we just went with the 4 rows this year. And because I thought people might think, why you got them spread so far apart? But once these squash and zucchini plants get bushed out, It'll be all right. But I just thought inquiring minds might want to know why. Got our hoses ran, got everything planted, and we're looking at the price of pots because, well, originally we were going to leave this middle part open and we were going to plant wildflowers all down through here, but we really are like anti-weed this year, so we decided to cover it up. And then we thought, well, we'll put some pots down here. Well, I started looking at the price of pots. I'm like, no way. So I thought I can just build some little mini raised beds to put the wildflowers in. And for the price of these 4 little mini beds, that would have been the price of 1 pot. So we have wildflowers just planted in these. And then Tara went to Lowe's and got some of the half dead on the shelf flowers for like $1, and we're going to try and bring those back to life. So we have several pots of those to maybe get some pollinators down here to visit our garden. But I think it's definitely the most work we've put in a garden to date, and hopefully we'll get good results with it. We're going to see. Like I said, the fence is really all that's left, and then it's just a matter of keeping our fingers crossed, and we'll see how many weeds we end up getting in the raised beds, because that should be about all we have to weed. So I guess that's it for this video. Please remember to like it and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this garden or our little raised beds, or whatever, good, bad, ugly, we don't care. Let us know, and have a good day.